So last time, you guys wrapped up your short business with Artomis Starcaller and the blacksmiths with his new experimental crossbow of sorts. And then decided after a little bit of waiting and haggling to get some healing potions on the credit of the kingdom, you were going to head out for this previously lost and now found tomb, as you guys have said. And over the course of 2 days, you made your way there. And as Artomis made the brave decision to descend into the tomb first, he started hearing a voice. And as he brought you all into the tomb, you all started hearing this voice calling out, exclaiming about the dark and how they needed help. And as you continued in, you came across these friezes and these artworks depicting a woman floating in the midst of these floating cities and riches and people bowing to her, and then this odd calendar, and you know it all to be from some kingdom of Netherese. And you translated that the woman depicted was Brissis. I've been saying Kahem, but it could be totally different. The book is weird, and I'm not good with English.
Language, anyway, if we're being honest.
Yeah. And you guys descended down until you found a larger room that was basically destroyed. Many of the artworks had these large furrows within them. There was once a statue that had been destroyed, and you then pushed your way through these large set of copper-plated marble doors into a room with 4 sarcophagi. And as you had entered, you were assaulted by 4 specters, one of which landed a crucial blow, critical blow against Scylla. And as you kind of were catching your breath, Sephel managed to find that one of the sarcophagi moved, showing a smaller room down below with a gilded sarcophagi. And the voice calling up, you could hear it very clearly from down below, calling for help. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I think we should take a look. I'm wondering, Sephel, would you cast your arcane gaze down there and see if there's any traps or things we need to be worried about?
I can try to. I don't know what I'd be able to find. But I will. I think, it definitely would have worn off by now. So I will recast Detect Magic. And try to enter into the passageway, sort of get a feel for the smaller chamber.
It's a drop down. It's not really like a passageway. It's just you fall.
It's like a hole in the floor. It's not even a staircase.
Yes, no staircase. It's just you fall straight down if you do.
Dope.
Yikes.
Okay, well, I will just... So it's 20 feet down, so I wouldn't even... No, because Detect Magic is...
I think it's 60 feet.
30.
30? Okay.
30.
Good enough. You had previously noticed that, there was this weird collection of dust over this one particular point in the northern corner. And you sense 2 bits of magic. You understand that the spell Greater Invisibility had been cast on an object there, and that there is something extremely, the most powerful thing that you have ever sensed in your life sits within that chest. It's almost overpowering. The ping, I imagine a sonar ping coming off that and hitting your senses.
Stronger than Demogorgon?
On par.
Okay.
That's not good.
Let's open it.
No. So,
But,
hold on.
but let's just. It's not Demogorgon.
No, but
it's
on
just
par. What?
it's
I'm
something
sorry,
with that
saying
kind of power. Yeah,
saying
got
it's
great
on par, but not Demogorgon doesn't make me feel better.
No, it's
Sure.
either very, very good or very, very, very bad.
Yep. There is incredibly powerful magic emanating from that sarcophagus. Not one that I feel comfortable trifling with, personally. If there is a chance of it being hostile. I don't know if we know enough about... I think we know nothing about this being, or this kingdom of Netherese. So... I don't know if we want to fuck with this.
Well, we came here looking for powerful objects, and apparently there's something of power down there. If you would feel more comfortable knowing more, we could explore to the south first, and then come back if it suits us. But I do not feel that we should leave without at least taking a closer look.
I think that is agreeable. Let's see what lies to the south. Perhaps there are more tapestries that tell us a little bit more about what we're dealing with before we
Yes.
jump in.
Sure.
Are you feeling well enough to go, Scylla?
I should be fine. And she's like very pale, but she stands and she's like,
Well, very well. To the southern door then, and I don't mind taking the front if you don't mind opening the door. And I think we'll
Are
move
you
to
saying
the...
I'll open the door or Scylla?
Oh, no.
I would think
Scylla,
whoever's in the
please.
front would open the door.
No,
Yes, but the
that's-
thing is that you're a lot stronger than I am, and the door is
Oh.
heavy.
Oh,
you-
I am so sorry. Yes, I
If you
can.
would open it, I would go through it, is what I'm proposing.
Yes, Starcaller. I did not realize your biceps were so small. I'm certainly happy to do so.
Oh, that hurt.
Oh, I meant no disrespect.
But not as much as leg day, because you wouldn't know what that feels like, I'm assuming.
I am an endurance athlete, sir.
You have any idea what my dex is?
Endurance just means not strong.
We'll
breathe fine for a long time.
pathetic.
But
We'll move over to the southern passageway, and I'll try to help Scylla crack that door open again before slipping through.
Okay, make strength/athletic checks for me.
okay, and you're helping, so I'll roll at
Yeah.
advantage.
Please do.
Okay. Oh shit! Dropped one.
Oh no.
Good start. Well, the first one and the second. Not great, guys. But
Uh-oh.
it's a 14 or a 15. So 15.
What? I need one number.
You tell him, Sam.
You
Or-
tell me here.
15.
You start pushing it in. And you see that there's actually another set of these double doors here. So do it again.
All right, I'll help you again.
Thank you. Nat 20.
Nice.
Hell yeah. You're just like, I got this. You
Bam.
burst it open. And you find this chamber.
Ooh.
Oh.
You see stone blocks standing against the western and eastern walls that are carved with multiple niches, and inside you see rest at least a dozen clay canopic jars, within which you can see old shriveled organs inside. In the midst of this room, you see a wider stone sarcophagi atop a black marble bier, and the lid of the sarcophagi is inlaid with these dust-covered mosaics depicting a great floating city high above a beautiful landscape. The lid of the sarcophagi looks incredibly heavy, but it seems rolling over your detect magic, that there is a spell inlaid to it. And that's what you guys see in here.
Do I do I know the nature of the spell?
Let
Let me detect magic. I can see if you sense magic, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creatures or object that bears magic. I learned the school of magic. But it doesn't seem like I know the spell. So I at least know the school of magic. I wouldn't know what spell is affecting it.
Yeah. I'm just going to tell you right now, it doesn't tell me what the spell necessarily is or its school of magic, but I believe it would fall within the enchantment.
Okay. Interesting. It wouldn't be like abjuration, like no one's trying to keep us out necessarily.
No, you don't get that.
Okay.
I think Scylla is gonna walk over and lean against one of the shelves, the bookcases.
Okay.
Yeah, you said there were a bunch of jars with like organ. Does this seem sort of like an embalming chamber?
Judging by the sarcophagi itself here and the fact that there isn't necessarily a tabletop with tools set about, you don't think so. You think this was more of a ceremonial burial location. And you know that canopic jars were the organs of those usually laid to rest. So that could be this particular individual's organs inside, but also based off of how many jars there are in here. You think there's no way that all these jars belong to one person.
Interesting. Okay. Can I approach the sarcophagus, see if there's any script on it, and try to read it like I had the tapestries and murals in the previous rooms?
Let me double check here before you make any check here. You don't see any writing on it. You only see the carved relief of the floating city above a beautiful landscape.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I recognize the city?
You believe, based off the depictions, that it is of Netherese. It looks very similar to the other depictions you guys saw further up in the tomb.
Well, my friends, I must confess I see no reason to pry open this poor person's tomb, especially as you said, Sephel, there's no great magic here. Perhaps we should set our stores at the giant chest.
It's a possibility. There is an enchantment upon the sarcophagus, but it's not... It's very odd. That's not the type of magic that you would normally see upon a tomb. Usually if there were magics upon a resting place, they would usually be in the nature of trying to keep people from disturbing the dead, or... I mean, it might be a preservative magic, but I can't be sure. If you will allow me a few minutes, actually, I could spend some time and try to get a better idea of what exact magic I'm sensing on this sarcophagus.
Is there a brain in one of these jars?
You do see a brain, yeah.
Scylla will pick it up and look it over and hold it out to Sephel.
Oh.
Sephel, does this interest you?
Oh, you clever girl.
She I'll pop the lid on it.
Scylla.
He's like, Scylla, how could you...
You may be one of the most intelligent people I've experienced down here.
One of the most intelligent people among the dead?
Yeah, specifically in this tomb is what I was talking about. No, That is
That
a
is-
amazing idea.
That is one of the. That is such a nice thing of you to say, Sephel. You should
I-
definitely eat this.
I didn't think you would be so open to this. Artemis, I don't know your particular levels of squeamishness. Would it be particularly offensive to you if I were to indulge myself?
Please, satisfy yourself. We have all been changed by our experiences down here. I would not hold it against you.
So
enough.
so kind.
I will. I'll consume the friggin' brain.
God. You know, when you asked, I wasn't even thinking about the fact that he was a mind flayer and I've given him this ability.
I wasn't either.
I thought you knew as soon as I asked.
No,
Well
no, I
played.
knew as soon as you asked about the brain, I'm like, oh, is she smarter than? Does she play my character better than I do?
Seems like it.
And apparently the answer is yes.
All right.
Oh, ew.
Sephel, you chomp into this nasty, long dead, oil and formaldehyde filled brain, and
It's a little greasy.
yeah, it's just dripping off your beak and down to your robes. It's not great.
Fermented is what we call it down here.
Ugh.
No, you're just getting drunk right now. This
Mind
this
flayer
brain
party.
This is at least a 300-year-old scotch to you. Like,
Ooh.
shit's
It's a good
prime.
bride.
Hell yeah.
What am I saying about it being nasty? It's good for you.
90 proof brain right here.
Yeah. You ain't gonna find finer. Immediately you are assaulted with these flashes of memories, very typical to when you bite into a brain. And what you see is you feel yourself in these robes, and your viewpoint is you actually bowing in worship as you see a floating woman with these long black locks. She's got these swirling robes about her. You see a floating city off in the distance, and you see that she's wielding these great magics to move stone and earth all about her. She's constructing a tower. And then you switch to another moment where you are following this figure through a dark tunnel, and they're a little bit older, and you feel older as well. And then you switch memories to the scene of a dark room with candles all about, and you have just walked through these doors to see the hunched over form of who you know to be Brissus, your commander, your the head sorcerer or sorceress of Netherese, as she has been stabbed by a dark cloaked figure. And then we see another image of this tomb, this beautiful dark tomb is being constructed, and we see her being lowered into a gold-capped sarcophagi. And we see what looks like this odd silver and gold beautiful rod is lowered into another chest near this tomb, and then it is sealed and a spell is cast over it, making it wink out of existence. And you remember this being a trophy of hers that she had won off a warring tribe that almost destroyed Netherese. And then you see the memory of this darker tomb that you know you stand in front of, and it is you see it empty, and then you see this statue almost perfectly like Netherese being lowered into it, and someone putting some kind of substance beneath it. So, and you know that statue will never move. And then you and your 3 other followers stand in a circle about this black marble sarcophagi, and you lay a curse upon it. And then the 4 of you exit the room, you seal the doors, you all walk to your separate sarcophagi, wave the lids open, lay yourselves in, and then kill yourselves. And the tombs shut. And then you come back to the present.
Whoa.
Well, Scylla, you may have just saved our lives. Or at least Starcaller's, because he would have touched the thing, maybe.
That's yeah.
Oh, you think that this was a trap?
No, this tomb is cursed. Like this sarcophagus in particular, probably would have been very, very deadly to try to open.
My goodness. I should eat more brain.
Yes, that was a very smart idea. I also forgot to mention, when I was sensing the magic within the lower room, which does seem to be Briss's burial place, there is something invisible within the room, aside from her sarcophagus. I do believe, based on the memories I just experienced, there is a powerful trophy of hers within some form of chest or tote that is that invisible object. If I am recollecting properly.
The invisible the invisible object holds the trophy?
I believe so. It seems that the trophy was placed within this container, which was then disguised. So there's a chance that, knowing that, perhaps it can be accessed without disturbing the tomb. However, there is a chance that touching the object will still create issues.
We know nothing about if it would awaken?
Nothing that I gathered from what I saw, no. The only enchantment that I saw placed was the disguise for the container itself. I did not see anything else in the memories I was given.
Oh, well then the way is clear. We return to the other area and we check around for this invisible chest.
Onward.
Yes, and if at all possible, try not to disturb the tomb. This woman being had near deific control of her environment. She was a head sorceress. She moved the city, controlled the city around her. I have not seen power like it, and I would not like to be on the receiving end.
That's fair.
So, with that, let's go grave rob.
No.
All right.
We're robbing next to a grave, not in the grave. Important distinction.
Is a tomb a form of a grave?
Showing that smarts.
Starcaller walks away.
Everybody walks away.
Damn.
Sephel
really
once again
smart
just
today.
left dumbfounded.
I am
Wait, what?
floored. My goodness.
Something
He
about
says that
being
as he
here.
floats down into the lower section. I'm floored, guys.
Boo.
I'll sign off.
Thank you.
All right, how you guys getting down there?
Let's see, why don't we tie a rope off?
Sure.
Yeah. I almost prepped Featherfall for the journey here, but I was like, oh, that's stupid. We're underground. I won't need that.
Yeah, I would have done the same.
But
Yeah, I mean, I've got rope.
Okay, make strength checks, the three of you. Going down this rope. It's very easy on a rope. DC 5.
Don't roll a 1. Don't
12.
roll a 1.
Okay, you're good.
Hey.
Glad your old bones can make it.
13.
13, you're good.
And that is a 7.
You just make it, Starcaller.
Hey.
Woo! It's probably that ballista that you got. It's just it's a little
It's
unwieldy.
very awkward when you're climbing.
Yeah, you'll have to bring that back to the smiths to let them know.
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead and put your pawns in the lower tomb for me. Don't be scared now, everybody.
I don't like when he tells us to put our tokens somewhere.
We're on a map, please. So Scylla, Sephel would be able to point out to you that you are the closest to this invisible object, and you can kind of identify where it is amongst the dust and debris, that it is in this corner. As you've all set foot and you walk about here, I need you all to make perception checks.
All right.
15.
15.
Natural 20, 24.
Nice.
Whoa.
Artomis, from where you stand, you see these dark wisps start to float outwards from the gilded sarcophagi until this horrible black cloak, almost Dementor-esque, with a skull-like face, this crown, this silvery-like crown about their head, and this flowing hair behind them rises up. I see you've come to rob me. I shall take your lives until I can reform once again. And she launches herself at you. Roll for initiative.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
We had just agreed it was not grave robbing.
I guess she doesn't agree.
I think the definition of a grave might have changed since the fall of
Fair
Netherese.
Been a long time.
Scylla, what you got?
15.
15. Sephel?
22.
22. Hot damn. Artemis?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Wow, guys. Damn.
Wow.
Sephel,
Okay.
what you doing?
This is not great. It's not bueno. So the first thing I'm gonna do, because I totally prepped, I am just going to use a few charges of my staff, and I'm going to cast Melf's Minute Meteors,
Okay.
which I am then going to launch 2 of them at her.
Okay. Does that have a slight AoE effect, by the way?
It's only 5 feet.
Oh, good. Good.
So 2 dexterity saving throws, if you will.
First one is a natural 20. The second one is a 13.
Okay. So the first one is successful. The second one fails. So the first hit, she takes 3 points of fire damage. And the second hit, she takes 8 points of fire damage.
Okay. These meteors rocket in and they explode, but it seems like the magic of it just kind of warps about her and doesn't seem entirely that affected.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
All right. Is that the entirety of your turn?
I am already... Yep, I'm just going to step even further back into the corner.
Okay.
Yep, and that is it.
Artemis, you are up.
I am gonna go ahead and is she? I picture her like rising out of the top of this sarcophagus. Is that right?
Yeah, she's floating above it now.
Excellent. Then I am gonna go ahead. I'm gonna step up onto the sarcophagus, so I'm more or less level with her, and I'm gonna take my blade and kind of like run it across the armor across my chest, casting protection from evil and good. Against undead.
Nice.
And I'm gonna intone to her, "This is your only chance to stand down. We mean you no harm. We just mean to take an object that will help us save lives."
You think I care for your saving of lives? The only life you'll save is mine. Give your essence to me.
That's a no for me.
I'm gonna pass.
And then I'm gonna take that's my action. With a bonus action, I'm gonna give my daunting roar. And she must make a whiz save or be frightened of me.
Okay. That is a 16.
Ooh, that's gonna save. She is not afraid.
Okay. All right, and that's the entirety of your turn, yes?
That's all I got.
All right. Next up, we have Scylla.
Hell yeah. Okay. Scylla will step up and she's gonna swing out. Oh, did we get a short rest in because I had laid on that tomb? Like, was that like a short rest?
No.
Okay. She's gonna swing out with her trident.
Okay.
Dirty 20 to hit with the precision attack.
That's a hit.
Okay. Then that is going to be... Oh my god. 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Wow.
What's your trident again?
Magic. +1.
It is magic? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, you stab into it, and you actually see her form, like, kind of crinkle up a little bit about the points, and she kind of turns towards you, and she goes,
I see you'll be first.
Be gone, you beastly woman!
Got
What?
Got him. 15 to hit. I don't think it's gonna hit.
yeah, that's a hit, actually.
Okay.
I can just
Initial
totally
mockery,
see
my goodness.
Scylla saying that and, like, turning back towards Sephel and being like, look, got him.
Got him!
And I'm just giving like a really awkward thumbs up.
Yeah.
7 more.
7 more points of damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I'm just gonna stay where I'm at. This room is too small to leave, so.
It is too small to leave. You'd have to climb back up the rope. All right. Next up is Brissis's turn, which I did throw the image of this creature into the Discord, by the way.
Yeah, she's terrifying.
Yep, she's pretty terrifying. So she is going to do something interesting. You see she like folds her hands up and there's like this energy that starts to build. And she snaps her hands out and you see from the ether a very familiar kind of angry wail as this purple like ghost just descends out of nowhere and a specter appears within the room.
No.
Oh no.
Okay, and that is their turn. They're going to stay right there, though. We're back at the top of the order with Sephel.
Okay. You said that the chest was at the northwest corner of this chamber?
Yes.
The invisible chest? Okay.
Yes.
Sephel is actually going to move himself to it.
Okay.
And feeling out, does he get hands on some sort of latch?
It's going to be your action to determine where it is. You cool with that?
Sure.
Okay. Yes, you do find a padlock.
There's a lock on it.
Yes.
Okay, and that's my full action?
That is your full action. You still got a bonus action.
Okay. I will, as part of my movement, I guess, if you will allow it. I actually don't know if this is overreaching a little bit.
Well, ask.
I would like to pull the chime of opening from the bag of holding and just have it readied.
I feel like it's an action to technically pull. Well, you're not actively using it. You know what? I'll give it to you.
Cool. Thank you. So,
Okay,
yeah,
so
I
it's
have
in
the chime
hand
out.
but unused.
Correct.
All right, Artomis, you are up.
Enough of this. And I'm gonna go ahead and swing my double-bladed scimitar.
Okay.
This nasty lady.
Nasty.
9 plus 8, 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drop a second level divine smite.
Okay.
I assume her creature type is undead.
Yes.
Alright, it's going to add another d8. And that is 10 points of slashing damage and 25 points of radiant damage.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there's 2 8s and a 7 in there, my dog.
Damn. Damn, do I have resistance to any of that?
My boy.
Oh, beans. Okay. Yeah, you light her up, and you can actually see like part of her form literally dissipate as the radiant energy just blows through her.
Now I'm going to do it again.
No!
Yes.
Doesn't help when I miss the tray. Oh, that's not good. That's a 14.
That's a hit. Dang it.
Shit.
Yes. Hey, Will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna divine
You get-
smite at second
you
level
gotta do it
again.
God
Yeah.
damn it. Fine.
So that is 11 points of slashing and a measly 15 points of radiant this time.
Very nice.
I hate to say it, but describe your kill.
Oh
Hey!
I was
Honestly,
built for one thing.
Hell yeah.
Artemis just twirls the scimitar, drives it through, not even for the heft of the blade, but just lets that radiant fire rip through the blade. And as she starts to dissipate, he swings around with the back edge and burns through the rest of her, just totally evaporating her.
Wow.
And this wailing keen as they disappear into nothing. However, the specter is still there.
This is true.
Yeah.
I will use my movement to move up next to the specter, so I'm not fully interposed, but attempting to interpose between Scylla and the specter.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my bonus action attack.
Oh, God. It's not a bonus action to use that smites?
Nope.
Damn
That's
it.
just part of an attack.
Now you just use it.
I forgot about that. Paladin's OP.
I'm so grateful.
Yep. It's just a 16, Will. I mean,
That's a hit. It's just a hit.
well, all right. So you get your revenge. That's 6 points of slashing, non-magical slashing damage. So
Okay, great.
you can enjoy that. Enjoy it.
Nothing.
Nah.
Yeah, but Spectre just kind of like looks at you and it's just like, really?
So you got this.
All right, Scylla. Oh, no, actually, it's the Spectre's turn because I pre-rolled their initiative for when they got summoned. Not so great for you, Sephel. They're swinging at you.
Oh no.
Grateful.
That is a... What is the plus here? It's a 17?
I will cast shield.
God dang it.
Yes.
Can't have any fun.
Nope.
Now.
Can't life drain any of you, dang it.
You already did.
I want to do it again.
You get one per dungeon, Will.
Fine. Alright, well, it's just gonna get opportunity attacks, and it's angry. It wouldn't really flee, so it's staying there. Scylla, you're up.
I will attempt a hit.
Yep.
I'm gonna make this also a precision.
Okay.
I don't think that's gonna hit. 13.
That's a hit.
Oh, yay.
AC 12, now that you've used up your superiority die.
Yeah, 6 damage, magical.
Okay.
Rolling really bad. Oh my god. I mean, I might as well do that. Frick! That's a...
Wait, hang on a sec. With Precision Strike, don't you get to add that same, another die to your damage?
It's not entirely clear. So the menacing attack says that I get to add it to the damage roll, but the precision attack does not.
Okay, then never mind. Then the menacing says
I mean,
so.
I guess I shouldn't question it, though. You want me to add it.
No, it's fine. If it doesn't say, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, The second one is just an 11 to hit.
That's a miss, as we now know.
Yeah. So just the 6.
Okay. Sephel, we are back up at the top of the order with you.
Okay, this is a little less dire at this point.
Yeah. Fucking divine bombs.
I was expecting more. I'm just going to. I'm just going to look over my shoulder at the specter that tried to freaking grab onto me, and as I buffet it out of the way with my shield, I'm gonna flick my hand right back up at it and whack it with a celestial burst.
Okay.
Fine.
Sephel slaps it with a little celestial burst.
Fuck off!
Backhand and then like another.
Hey,
No.
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 Not
That is a 14 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. No. 5 points of radiant.
Okay. All right. Still up. We're doing great. But never mind. Artemis is up. Here he comes.
And I got
Here
something
comes
for
the
you,
wolf.
big guy. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make an attack.
Okay. I'm not looking forward to it.
That's a 24 to hit,
Absolutely.
and I'm gonna divine smite.
Of course you are.
Level.
How many of those do you have? My goodness.
This is my last one.
Jesus.
Hopefully
Dang
it
it.
dies, because I can't do damage without them. That's 10 points of slashing and
Okay.
ooh, a measly 7 of radiant.
You kill it. Once more, that
Hey.
radiant light feeds up through the scimitar and evaporates the specter. And you guys are out of combat.
Well, I must say that could have gone much more poorly.
It was kind of a little anticlimactic, honestly.
It's the
Well
book's
done,
fault, not
everyone.
mine, damn it.
Any
Did
fight?
anyone get injured?
I
don't. No, I was able to strike first.
Oh, me neither. Oh, good.
Keep rubbing it in.
Yeah,
I'll get you on the
the
next
picture
one.
of health.
Yeah, you
Don't
pretty much are.
Don't
Alright.
antagonize the DM before we go into the slot dungeon, you fools!
Next combat.
You're gonna have a
Eviscerate
salamander in your
them.
chest.
Slab time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
add 5 more slots to the
Increase
encounter.
hit
Yeah,
point
right.
by 100.
I mean, you're gonna have to with that smite damage. My
Yeah,
goodness.
clearly.
They had to die.
Anywho, I guess. Does anybody want to try to open this? It is padlocked. Does anybody want to try this before I use a charge of this
I
chime?
would be honored to try and open this.
By all means, you've been batting a fucking 1,000 in this dungeon, so go for it.
Sephel, that is so kind of you to say.
I am happy to be around you.
She's gonna. I want to take my trident, shove it through the padlock so the prongs are there, and then I want to twist it, like when you try and like force break something.
Oh my god.
This
Like-
padlock is so much smaller than your trident's
Oh, it's
pointed
really small.
head piece.
Oh.
You can try to break
For
it,
now.
absolutely.
Okay, I'll just. What are you gonna say, Star Color?
I feel like Artemis is just standing behind you holding thieves' tools, is like, no,
Oh.
no, you do it, please.
Don't you take
No,
this
just-
moment from me.
Just once. I will try just once. 25.
That's a hit.
Holy
that's,
shit.
That's an actual just on the money hit because it's also invisible.
Yeah,
Stephel's
okay.
finger is just like, it's right here. Don't hit my finger.
Over here.
Just right here. I had
10.
more nail.
Not anymore.
It's just 10 points of damage against the log.
Doesn't break it, but you definitely damaged it pretty good.
Well, Star Color, you have tools.
Now that it's broken.
Now that it may not open by conventional means.
Yeah.
No.
There was a keyhole here. Now there's just a puncture wound.
After Scylla
listened.
mars the beautiful lock, I guess I'll try to open it.
Okay, you're gonna do it with disadvantage.
Yeah, for a number of reasons, this makes sense to me.
Okay.
I'll give him the help action and hold the lock.
No.
You've helped me
No.
enough.
You did
You did what you could do.
It was valiant. I applaud the effort. You could have hit it again.
Yeah, that's an 11.
No.
I let you try to do it.
It's
You're
a
like,
little.
you're like, I can't hit all the pins. It's not working.
Scylla, clearly this isn't his expertise. Why don't you finish off where you started? You
Oh,
clearly
absolutely.
were more suited for this challenge.
I
I'll
should
be
have
over here in the
continued.
back.
I should have continued. That's a 24 to hit.
That's not a hit. 25.
No.
25.
I have a. Well, technically, I get 2 attacks. So.
Okay. I mean, I'm not making you do it in initiative. You can keep going. Just tell me if you roll a 1.
Okay. That's not a 1. That's not a 1. That's a 1.
No.
Okay. You get Sephel.
Ah!
Why are you assuming that I was even in the way? I don't like that I was volunteered for this.
You don't get Sephel, but you do damage your trident. And it does have
My
HP.
trident?
You damage your trident a little bit, yeah. It's still
okay.
functional, but like if you
Yeah.
do it again, it might break it.
Okay, this is just slightly pathetic.
Were any of those other swings added up to a 25?
No.
Okay.
I'm
It's up to
just
you.
going to use the chime. I'm just going to do it.
Yes.
This is. I wanted to give you all your shining moment, Scylla. I truly have faith in you. I think if you kept going, but I don't want to harm your armament. I will just use the chime.
Please.
I use the chime.
Okay. You ding, and you actually hear a couple of different things. You hear all about you the grating of stone, and you realize it because it happens in this smaller room. All the sarcophagi are opening just
Oh.
as it unlocks basically everything within its radius right now.
Oh.
But you do hear the quiet groan and then pop as this busted lock comes apart and then clatters to the floor, and you see it drop out of invisibility. The chest is still invisible, but it is now unlocked.
Okay.
I'm gonna pocket that padlock. I don't know why. I'm just going
The
to.
broken padlock? Sure, yeah, go for it. Could come in handy. You could lock something and then someone has to deal with a busted lock.
Yeah.
Just in case it fucks us over, I would like to specify the chime of opening only targets a single locked object.
Okay. Well,
Just
you know what?
Just so
All the
specters don't come
sarcophagi
back out
lids
and
are
fuck
back
us.
on now.
They like
They'll
open.
slide then.
They like
Close
open.
back
Oh,
up.
sorry, not me. And then closed again.
Not
No,
time
now?
yet.
Okay. You guys can do that on your own.
You just let me know when you're ready.
Yep.
I
wouldn't
will
say
be right here.
The Brissus skeleton comes out. Huh?
It's like, are we fighting again?
Once
Can I
more?
nap first? No. So I will open the lid and reach inside. Because this isn't trapped.
You opened it. If it was, now you're gonna find out.
Yeah.
It's not trapped, surprisingly enough.
Okay,
However,
Cool.
it's still invisible. But
Sure.
you feel the edges, you feel in there, and you feel some kind of longer rod of some sort. It feels like it has these grooves and kind of etched patterns in there, but it feels almost rusty to the touch. And do you pick it up?
I do.
You pull it out and you see that it is about 2.5 feet long. And
So it is no longer invisible?
it's no longer invisible. It's about 2.5
Okay.
feet long. And all of you make me intelligence checks or investigation checks.
Ooh, about that.
Don't worry, guys, I got it.
More investigation.
Oh, yeah. 23.
My investigation ain't bad. 13.
8.
Okay. Oddly enough, you all recognize what this is, but it puzzles you. It looks like a once finely intricate haft of a battle axe. However, there is no blade to it.
Do we think the blade is invisible and still in the chest?
It's possible, but it's also... There wasn't... When I saw the memory of the item being lowered into this chest,
Mm-hmm.
there was no blade on it, right? It was just the rod.
It was just the rod.
It's
And you
possible that
realize
blade
this
was
is the
there
very same thing that you saw in the memory going into it, but it seems very tarnished and darkened from its once illustrious colors. The other thing that happens is you all hear that voice come from the rod, and it says, "Oh, thank you so much for freeing me of these dark confines. Don't put me back."
We all hear that?
You all hear that.
Oh,
Oh.
that was you with the voice. I
I
thought
was,
you were
yes.
a clever trap.
Are you a small person inside?
No, I am no small person.
Who are you?
I am the weapon you wield.
A sentient weapon?
Yes, is this now uncommon amongst the people? I have no sense of time here.
It's not well, it's not common, but it's not unknown.
I would say it's very rare.
Some would say legendary.
Legendary.
Do you have a name by which you are called?
I was called many things, but the one I remember them referring to me the most as was Dawn's Edge. DAWN''S Edge.
Hey,
It's a
Well,
beautiful name.
great name.
Starcaller, that is I just reach out the half to him. All yours. Not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. But perhaps you would like it, Scylla. I don't. How about this? Mr. or Mrs. Edge. How do you like to be wielded?
Anyone, honestly, I just no longer wish to be left here in the dark.
But there's no blade.
You have not summoned it.
I'll take
Oh.
the rod, the haft from Sephel.
Okay.
Well, let's see what you can do then.
What's your alignment, real quick, there, bud?
Uh-oh.
Let me double check so I don't mess anything up. Chaotic good.
Okay. It's enough. You hold the haft in your hand, and you feel this thrum of energy. And the weirdest thing happens. This already dark room seems to get darker around the edge, or towards the end of this haft. And you see this Stygian dark-like cloud come out and form this very large kind of blade. It looks like it, but it moves, it swirls, it looks like smoke. And from the back, you see another one coming out in these large, kind of smoky, bearded, blade-like shapes. And you see there's kind of like this dark red crackling heat moving through these kind of like smoky clouds. And that voice pipes up and goes, it's so unbecoming of me. I've been so starved of the light that this is what I've become. I'm sorry I do not glow as my former self once did.
Do not worry, my friend. Though the darkness changes us, it does not become us. You will find your light again.
Thank you. Sephel, do you have Identify?
I do.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah, I will I will spend a few minutes if everybody would be willing to sit with me and focus on this object.
Yeah.
I will
Absolutely.
cast the ritual variant of the Identify spell.
Okay. This is indeed a legendary item known as Dawn's Edge. Though slightly diminished in powers after ages sealed in the Underdark, this item appears to be a once finely decorated haft of a battle axe. While grasping the haft, you can use a bonus action to cause a blade of black sulfurous smoke to spring into existence or make the blade disappear. While it exists, this magic battle axe has the finesse property. If you are proficient with hand axes or battle axes, you are proficient with Dawn's Edge. Once per day, you can touch a creature and cast Lesser Restoration upon it. Once used, it cannot be used again until the next dawn. You gain a +2 attack and damage rolls with this weapon. It deals necrotic damage instead of slashing, and when hit upon an undead enemy, the target takes an extra 1d8 fire damage. The Stygian blade draws in all light, creating shadow. All light within 15 feet becomes dim light. If the area is already dimly lit, it becomes darkness. While the blade persists, you can use an action to expand or reduce its radius of darkness by 5 feet to a maximum of 30 feet. It is also sentient. It has an intelligence of 12, wisdom of 15, charisma of 14. It has hearing and dark vision out to 120 feet. It can speak and understand common, but it communicates telepathically with its wielder, and it learns all languages that its owner does. Its personality, I'm just letting everybody know this. Forged by ancient sun worshippers, Dawn's Edge was meant to bring light to the dark and banish those that would dwell within it. It is kind and compassionate to those in need, while fierce and destructive to its enemies. Many long ages within the Underdark has taken its once golden shine and darkened it, now a shadow of its former self, losing much of its power. Dawn's Edge is now frightened of the dark, even that which it creates. It craves to once more be bathed in sunlight. It resists being parted from its wielder for any length of time. And that's where we'll end today.
Oh man, is that the time? We're overdue for another check-in with you fine listeners. Thanks as always for being here right up to the outro. We really appreciate that. You will never believe this, but we recently hit our 1-year podcast anniversary and 3,500 downloads. It's truly been a blast. We're having just a grand old time, and we look forward to another 50 episodes to come. Hopefully you join us for those next 50. That being said, we do have an exciting announcement. We have launched a Ko-fi page. Yes, that's ko-fi page. There's no pressure to do so, but if you want to toss a coin to your witchers, that's us. You can head to ko-fi.com/themadness-table. All donations will go first toward our monthly operating costs, which include our podcast hosting software, items like that. But our ultimate dream is to be able to upgrade our setups to be able to offer live stream recording sessions to get that sweet, sweet video content to accompany our audio. If you're not able to donate, but you want to support the show, we would just adore you if you left that 5-star review in whatever podcatcher you're currently listening in, or if you just spread the word and tell a friend. We would be eternally grateful for that support. So that's it. Until next time, when
the madness continues.